Hi, you guys. Welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. I am the Happy Crafty Homemaker, and welcome to the introduction of quarter 3, 2026 and July 2026's make-alongs for another year of the make-alongs. Wow, that is a mouthful. So we are combining the introductions again for the quarterly make-along to save on time, energy, and effort on all of us, because it's quick and easy to go through, and there's no reason to separate these videos. So there will be posts for you to share your pictures in the Facebook group and the Ravelry group, as with all of our other make-alongs. For quarter 3, the yarn weight we are focusing on is our fingering weight yarn. Fingering down. So thread weight, lace weight, fingering weight, all of that. It was just easier to call it fingering because I think the bulk of us have more of the fingering weight yarn. These do not need to be started and finished in the quarter. These are just projects we are working on. So if you have a languishing UFO or a languishing WIP that you want to work on in this quarter that is done with a finer weight yarn, bring it. If you want to get started on something, but it's going to be like a 5-year project, bring it. Go ahead and get started. If you just want to get a couple of rows in on one of your larger projects that uses finer weight yarn, say you're working on a king size coverlet, bring it, share it. The Facebook group and the Ravelry group both have places for you to submit your pictures. You can also email pictures for this. Now for July's make along, we are focusing on Christmas in July. So making our gifts for the holiday season, getting things ready for the winter season as a whole, getting things ready for Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate during the winter season. Now is the time to get started on those projects. Also, gift season, let's be honest. No matter what you celebrate, there is always some sort of gift exchanging going on this time of year, whether it's New Year's gifts or Christmas gifts or Hanukkah gifts. We have something being exchanged. Now is the time to start pulling those things together as well. Let's get ahead of the ball. Let's not fall behind like some of us did last year, and get those projects started and ready to go. Now, I am not making large Christmas gifts this year. I do have a couple items for Christmas I need to get started on, and that is shopping bags for my brother and his family, hot pads for my brother and his family. And my brother did say they could always use hats and scarves, especially when they, are out running errands. And my little niece is finally old enough for scarves. I do not make scarves for children under the age of 5. So she is now finally old enough to have a scarf or cowl from me. Parents can do whatever they want. I don't feel comfortable doing little kids scarves. Some people think that's weird. I don't know. For me, that just makes sense. Anyway, I plan on doing those, as well as I want to make my husband's Christmas socks that match my Christmas socks. So last year, I carried over a project into this year that were my buddy socks made out of Knit Picks Felici. I have my husband's pair cast on. So I have the toe. So as soon as I'm done with my dad's socks, I can start working on Troy's elf socks. So Buddy the Elf was the inspiration for the yarn. I want to go ahead and get those finished in July. That way they're done, they're ready. We can have our little silly matching socks for the holidays. So as I said last year when I came up with this idea, we're not that couple. We're not that cutesy poo, matchy couple, but I really want to have these socks. So that's the only holiday themed item I'm planning on working on right now. But I do plan on working on just some general gifts for my brother and his family. Maybe another pair of socks for my dad to have for Christmas. He did say he's worn through all of his slipper socks that I made him over the years. So maybe he needs a new pair of slipper socks. Now that they're in the Midwest, like his feetsies, I'm pretty sure are getting a little bit chillier than they were in South Carolina and Tennessee. So anyway, I do have a couple little things that I want to make, but no pressure, no stress, but they are holiday themed. Also, that can go along with the fingering weight. So if you are making fingering weight items for Christmas gifts or vice versa, if you're making little snowflakes out of the doily that's kind of a perfect dual entry. You can enter into both make-alongs. As always with these make-alongs, I reserve the right to send out a thank you pattern to people that I choose at random by any means that I deem appropriate. This is not a giveaway, sponsored make-along in any way, shape, or form, but at any point in time in the giveaway, I do reserve the right to say thank you to people for participating with me, because your participation is making my year better. You are bringing something good into my life, and I want to reciprocate by saying thank you sometimes. So I do reserve the right to, at random, do drawings and gift patterns for these. So just throwing that out there again. We have a number of new people who have been joining along with the make-alongs, and I want to make sure that the parameters are very transparent here. So again, Ravelry or Facebook or email, you can submit your pictures. There are places for those in the two groups. Directions for emailing me are down in the description box down below. So I look forward to seeing what you guys make this month and this quarter. I'm very excited. I do have some big things planned for some fingering weight yarn. So anyway, I love you guys. I look forward to seeing you real soon. Bye guys.